Hello, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right. Big shout out to all you Titans that checked in yesterday. Thank you so much, man. We had a great check in with the one on ones yesterday, and today is 9/11. So we are going to head on over to the Santa Monica Fire Department. We're going to give those guys some time, some praise, some respect that they deserve. First responders everywhere, nationwide. Much love from the Titan crew. That's first and foremost. Much love to all the Titan first responders. If you guys are fire department, police, military, will you guys make sure to message us on the Michael Horn Lifestyle? So I would like to hear from you guys today. Let me see. Let's see. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. All right. Ukraine's in here. All right. We're going. All right, guys. So today's going to be one of those great days where we are working as we go this week. We're going to get some really good check-ins for the Titan crew members. I want to get that stuff going this week. You guys know I'm on the 30-day blitz. We're getting ready in SETI. Oh, man. Emmett. We got police from Ireland. Hello, my friend. Hello. I will be over there in Ireland later this year. So hopefully when I'm there, you can team up with me and get a workout in with me. Please make that a possibility. If you can, I'll be in a couple different locations in Ireland. So let's make sure that we team up over there. All right. Yeah, Magruder, where you at, man? Magruder, where you at? Are you in Jersey? Everybody, I hope you guys do know that I will be in Atlantic City. I get in on the 7th, I think it is, or the 1st. Either way, I will be in Atlantic City on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So that is one thing I for sure will be at. For you guys, I hope you guys can come out, support what we're doing, and that's supporting the athletes of the Mr. America show. I want to make sure that you guys know that we are out there and we will be helping you guys do whatever we can for health and fitness. And it looks like I'll be guest posing at the Mr. America. And I got a special guest posing partner about 3 hours away. Magruder, where are you? Because I'm also going to be in Manhattan. I'm also going to be in Long Island while I'm out on the East Coast. So hopefully we get some time together for any of you Titan members that are anywhere close to that, and we can get some training in. That would be awesome. Really awesome. Maryland. Okay. I'm also going to be in New Hampshire, Connecticut, New England, and a couple other places on March of next year. So I'll be guest posing up there. Let's see what else we got going on this week. Let's make sure that we get a check-in on next Friday for all the Titan crew members. Okay. Titan crew members. Again, that is Facebook. I'm going to post this one because I always like these guys. So how come you deny basic science such as testosterone dropping over in nature? Now, see, this is what's great about this guy. This guy's a complete idiot. And nowhere does it say that it just drops. Everybody's the same. See, that's the problem with some of these guys. And this guy's kind of like a complete moron. What he says that everybody across the board, no matter what it is, their testosterone drops. And that's just not the case. And no science says it's the case. Science says There is a possibility as you age, it drops, but it doesn't mean every single person, no matter what it is, drops. There's 20-year-olds with low testosterone, there's 70-year-olds with high testosterone. Explain that. So the common sense part of this is the great thing here. This guy, again, complete moron because of the fact that he thinks that no matter what, this is what happens. That's like saying no matter what, if you squat 500 pounds, you're going to have great legs. No, it doesn't mean that. You may squat 500 pounds and you still might have bird legs, but you might have strong connective tissue. It's absolutely zero. There's no science that says every single person, no matter what it is, drops. Just is not that clean. It's not that simple. But you want an excuse to say it is, that's fine. You're one of the lame guys that it drops, and because it drops 1% on average for an average person, you shouldn't even lift. So that's the problem with these guys. And that's the fan base to some of these Instagram tabloid guys, is that this kind of guy right here is the individual that works great for those kind of people. So if you guys know what the question over here is, he says, no matter what, the science says, regardless of who you are, your testosterone drops. And that's just not the case. Not everybody's the same, and not everybody's body works that way. And then on top of that, they're going off the average human. None of us are average. You guys are working out, most likely it's going to stay higher. You guys are eating right, most likely it's going to stay higher. But the guy sleeping on the couch, goes to work, stressed out, doesn't eat right, sure, his drops. And you're saying that you're the same as that guy? That's not my world. That's your world. And that's your scientist saying that that's what it's possible, but it's not my world. But it's an interesting thing to have a guy like this. You shouldn't follow me, bud, because you're looking for excuses. This page isn't excuses. This page is that my girl, who doesn't have testosterone, really more than 50, is more jacked than a guy like you, or more jacked than most of the guys, or Kenny KO, when we did the interview, is more jacked than him, and she's 20 years older than the guy. So that answer that question. And that's not even testosterone. That's just a woman against a man that is on testosterone. So yes. Agreed 100%. 9 to the A is 9/11. Man, give those guys some props today. All those first responders, the police, the military, the nurses, the doctors, the fire department. These guys are true savages. Man, impressive individuals for what you guys do. So again, 9/11, respect. Painful day in America, but also just that hatred around the world. It's an unfortunate thing that we deal with. Let me see if I can understand this. Is it possible to be underworked and strength decrease? I don't even know what that means. I could read that 5 times and I still wouldn't know what that means. Try to rewrite that. You guys right here, free to post a question. I will answer that, read it, answer it, and tag you on it. No, it doesn't. Thank you though, but yeah, no. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's see if we got any more. Morning, Scotty. I sent you a Skype video. We just put an offer. Somebody asked here, when are we moving to Texas? So we just put an offer on a house in Prosper, Texas. and we'll see what comes of that. Scotty, make sure you check your Skype. I sent you a message over there. It wants to know about losing that last 20 pounds. Yeah, you're probably fine if you've already dieted. So just for anybody, somebody asked here, he's trying to lose that 20 pounds. He's already lost 20, I think it is. He wants to lose a 20 more. So you're already on I guess you'd say, an avalanche. It's already started rolling. You started the program. You're dropping weight. I would follow the program that you've developed for 12 weeks that you are doing, and just stay on that. That's the only thing I would say. So I'm going to assume that the individual that just asked, "How do you lose the last 20?" You just stay on the program. You've already marked out. You don't start losing weight without a program. Nobody does that, because then you don't even know what you're doing. But just continue on that program that you set up and rock and roll. I want to gain weight. Nice. Gain some weight. I don't understand this one. Sir, suffering develop lower chest. Just bench press. Need help, sir. Also, my lower chest is very narrow. I don't understand what that means. If you don't have a lower chest, you don't know if you don't have the muscle there, so you can't really say that it's narrow. All right. Oh, see, I love this. I love when here's a great question for the person over here. How do you gain weight? You're just in a surplus, train smart on the program, make sure that you're using the right amount of rep range and exercises to put on muscle as you develop that size. Yo, Mike, been doing heavy sets to wake up the nervous system. Like you said, works like a charm. Love that. Love that you're working out. And the side effects of that is longevity and better bone density and the muscle you get to keep. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it over here. Let's see what else we got. Looking for any really good questions that can help anybody. And you guys remember over here, you guys, your question box is down below. I think you got to click on it for Instagram. They say men in the 40s and 50s age had way higher testosterone levels than men some ages. They say men 40 and 50 years ago. Yeah, I believe that. So they're talking about, I know they did studies, but again, remember the studies, you got to find out who the studies were done. So your studies are of men 40 or 50 years ago, where simpler times in the sense of more precise. You get up, you eat. There was none of this fasting and cardio stuff in the morning. The guy would go to work. And again, I don't know if it's 40s or 50 years ago more than it was. Wow, geez, I guess you're right. It is 40 or 50. So 50s and 60s. I would think they did those testings, or that's 70s and 80s. I'm getting old. Holy sheesh. Yeah, I think that's a good range, grams of protein for body weight. Um, yeah, I believe that though. I think men dealt with stress better too, and I think that's a big thing that people don't think about here is that men dealt with stress, and men were different 40 or 50 years ago. They handled the issues where today most men just start crying about issues. It's a different world. Those guys were savages growing up 40 or 50 years ago. I know my dad was. My dad, man, I never saw him flinch or give up on a task or complain about work, life, raising 10 kids. So, just going off of my experience with him and the power lifters I grew up with and everything, it's just a different world, those guys 40 or 50 years ago. Um, but again, small percentage, and keep when you do these, science says this, the science says that. Remember who they're doing the tests on. They're doing the tests on these average individuals, which, if you're here, the majority of you that are here aren't average. Average is the guy that's 5'9", that doesn't work out, that doesn't eat more than twice a day. So remember the average. We are not that average. Nowhere near are most of you Titans on here that are that average. Yes, I am from Kirkland, Washington, born and raised. But yeah, there's a lot of changes for the guys back. We're talking about testosterone and how guys in the past had a higher testosterone rate. And again, it goes back to the point of seeing what women can do. So most of you guys that are on here, look for the excuse about testosterone and stuff, but then go to your local gym, and to a good gym, and just look at the women that are there. The women. And the reason why I say that is because then all the snowflakes stop crying, because now you're getting compared to a woman that outlifts you and is more muscular than you, and she doesn't have testosterone. So again, does she have some? Of course she does. We don't. This is common sense stuff. Yes, once a rebel, always a rebel, regardless if they changed our school mascot. Always a rebel. Yeah, go check out these girls. Go check out Mona. How jacked these women get. Then you'll understand how nutrition and training and staying consistent, and also the mindset, helps you. For most of these people that just say or want the excuse out, you'll find an excuse, guys. I don't need to give you the excuse. You'll find an excuse if you want to complain about why you're not gaining size and stuff. I think that's an easy thing now to see with people. You guys will find any kind of excuse to say why you're not jacked. Oh, this is a great one. This is a great one for both of you guys. Listen to this one here. It's not a dumb question, even though you said a dumb question. It's not. This is actually an intelligent question relative to most of these questions these guys are given. Like, hey, Mike, do you use baby oil on your body? Lotion. Use lotion, guys. Always. Because one of the biggest things is, what you guys don't realize, is if you don't have good skin when you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, no matter how ripped you are, you're going to look old as shit and the muscle won't look good. Now, the question here is this. What are your recommendations for supplements for a 35-year-old beginner? So the first thing I would do is make sure you check your bloods, make sure that everything is working, make sure your thyroid is working and everything is great there. Then I'd make sure to incorporate in some vitamin C, some D, some iron. At night, take the Titan Z's. You can add on to that some extra melatonin if you need, a cortisol blocker. Let's get in some GABA, iron. These are the basics. Folic acid as well. Folic acid's just a simple one for that hair and nails. Again, try to keep all that kind of stuff healthy. The whole picture is what I would like you guys to do, is to keep you guys as healthy. And then if you're 35, you'll get your blood report back. And then there's probably things like DHEA. I would also, now that you're starting out, either L-carnitine, some glutamine, some branch chains, some aminos, are all great. I drink glutamine all day long with my amino sauce throughout the day in my jugs of water. And so I have a complete amino base going through my system 24/7. So I do drink it at night when I wake up and throughout the day. Because I'm an extreme dieter. Uh-oh, someone's going to jujitsu. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
You gonna go kick some butt?
Yes.
Kick some butt.
Kiss.
I love you.
Hey,
Who's that? Ooh.
What's your name?
what is that title?
My name's the Titan, he says. He doesn't say Titan, he says the Titan.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Have fun in class, son.
Yes. Right.
Starts gymnastics and wrestling next week. He's been doing jiu-jitsu now for a year. And we're lucky to be able to get him in because you can't start jiu-jitsu until you're 5 and wrestling until you're 5. But we got him in at 2. So those are some of the recommendations. And again, for the guy that asked about what recommendations for a beginner, I love those questions because remember, I started at 9, 10 years old, and the vitamin we had back then were so minute back in the 70s. And so today, it's such a great way to get some great vitamins is check your blood, make sure your levels of everything is healthy. That's the first and foremost on all this stuff, guys. A guy here says this, and this is common. He says he got his blood work done. He's 39 and his vitamin D was low. That is so common. And vitamin D is a great, great vitamin to incorporate in. And I'll do twice as much as the regular dose because of a couple different reasons. It really keeps you healthy and keeps you not getting sick and breaking down. Also, I'm not a sun guy because I'm Viking, Irish, Scottish, German. So my sun days are way behind me. And so I still need to get more vitamin D in. Obviously, if you guys are out in the sun, you're going to get some vitamin D, but it's a great vitamin, guys. You guys don't realize how nurturing that is. Vitamin C, how nurturing those things are for the body. And they're just basic vitamins, guys. But they do so much for you. Iron, zinc, these are some great things to do. All right. So I want you guys to make sure that you guys are doing that. Thank you for the question. And again, that one's not dumb. I know that you may feel like that was a dumb question about a beginning 35. It's not. It was a great one. A dumb question was the guy saying, hey, science says every individual in the world is the exact same, and no matter what, their testosterone drops. That's a dumb question. And that's a dumb statement because that's just not true. It was like yesterday. Somebody said the discussion of gorillas eat grass or leaves and stuff like that, and so they're so strong. We should think about us being like that. Okay, that's just idiotic. Well, they're a primate, and so their digestive system. No, they're a gorilla. You can't even compare a human to another human. Let's just stop the whole. Let the scientists do that, but don't try to look for an excuse going, well, maybe I should be a vegetarian and this is what's best for me. Cool, do it. Just please don't follow me. When you start comparing yourself to animals, thinking that if you eat the same as an animal, you're going to be like an animal. No, you can't even be like an elite athlete for the majority of you. I can't. You know, it's like you guys keep saying that, well, if you do this, you're going to be great. No, there's guys that take tons and tons of steroids, but they're not going to be Phil Heath. They're not going to be Jay Cutler, regardless of how much stuff that they take. It just doesn't happen like that. And I don't think you guys understand that. So compare yourself to yourself. Make sure you get your blood work. See what you are doing and what you don't do. And let's be healthy as we do this. I've seen, he says, your genetics are amazing. Obviously, what is your ancestry? I'm a Viking. But again, don't rest on whatever genetics you have. And I didn't know I had good genetics at 9 years old. And so I've seen more guys come and go with great genetics and phoned it in and didn't do what they need to do to be better and continue to be great. You guys have seen these guys. You guys have saw the guys in the 80s with great genetics, and they're not here today. And you see guys that didn't have great genetics, but their work ethic was amazing, and you still do see them today. So exactly. See, I'm hoping that more of these kind of people, that Daniel Murphy is. I hope more of my fans become like this. Vikings. He says no average human here. Yeah, you shouldn't be. Your goal shouldn't be to be average. Average is really freaking lame. Average is the guy that doesn't work out, doesn't eat right, sits on the couches, watches TV, hates his job, hates himself. That's the average. Why would you ever compare yourself to average? Or why would you want to be even average? Why would you not want to be the very best you can be? And what's funny is being better than average just means you train twice a week and maybe you're a moderate dieter. That's above average already, which is, in my opinion, pretty lame, because then it's just like you just have to try a little bit to be better than average. Yeah, again, diva, exactly. Who the F wants to be average? How do you guys not want to be just savages? That's what I just don't get. And why do you look for, if you want to be a savage, why do you look for excuses instead of faults that you can improve on? Serious question, though, for all of you guys. Answer that one for me. Why would you not want to be a freaking savage? Find out what are all your faults that you're doing right now that you can fix to be better. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, man, isn't it? Wouldn't that be the ultimate goal? It would be for me. Let's see. Mr. O'Hearn, hope you're doing well. At 19, how much did you weigh? The same I did at 15 years old. By 15, I was 275 pounds, the strongest teenager in Washington and across the nation. By 15 and a half, 16, I was opening powerlifting meets with a 600, a 400, and a 600. And again, that was at 15 and 16 at that age range. By 19, I was already benching 500 and in the sevens on everything else. And less than 6 months later, I won the first time I won the universe. At 19, I was already competing against men and beating men in competitions, both powerlifting and bodybuilding. And I was already in the magazines by 2 years already at that point. But that's how we grew up back in my day. In the 70s and 80s, we were already monsters by the time we were 15 and 16. And then we fine-tuned it. So for all you guys that are out here that are dieting and you're in your teens and in your 20s, and you're in a deficit and you're trying to get abs, I would completely stop that shit. Stop that shit right now and start putting on that muscle mass, because you have up until your early 20s to put all that foundation work in. And that's the reason why I could walk around today at 285 and up to 315 pounds, is because I put the foundation work at that age. So by 15, 272, that was my stable. I guess that's that body weight that you're always going to go back to as you come out of puberty in 15, 16, 17 and finish high school. So that's the weight that your body will always kind of fight back to. So make sure that by the time you get there, man, be a savage. And I know one thing is hard because you're in high school and you're like, I just want to play. I want to play. I already had the goal by the time I was in elementary school. I knew what I wanted to do. So that's why I got started so early. What is the way to build a complete rib cage? Rib cage is bones. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Again, Facebook user. No, not even close. Um, Unless you're talking about like competition, walking on stage at 19. But no, no, I was always 285 around that range when I first got to California and started training with all the guys. So almost 30 pounds bigger than that. Any tips for a hangover? Absolutely not. No idea whatsoever on a hangover. Sorry, guys, never drank. Never saw the point in it. No clue on why the drinking thing. But I'm just so far removed from that kind of stuff. So I cannot help you on that one. Oh, sheesh. This is true. Uh, that's what the average American male does. Work, home, couch. It sucks. That's not mean or anything like that. That's reality. So don't say that that's a bad thing to say. That's reality. It is. It's work, home, couch. So somebody here says he just did shoulder surgery and he's trying to get the range of motion back. Great job, man, and great job also understanding that scar tissue. So why would he want to get that range of motion back after a operation on the shoulder? Well, scar tissue is the thing that slows everything down. So when you do get a shoulder operation, yeah, your shoulder's healed in a sense. It's put back together, but the scar tissue is going to shorten the range, and that's what the tough thing about. You really got to make sure that you get that range of motion back. Start doing some stick rotations, all those kind of things to open up those shoulders. Great question, and I'm glad that you're understanding that because most people will get an operation, and then what they do is they even baby it more after the operation, which is the worst thing to do. So, like, say hypothetically, you get a knee operation, and what you do is do less work on the knee because you had the knee operation, and now mentally you're emotionally weak because you don't want to do anything to hurt the knee again. Um, by not doing anything, it's going to become frail, and then you're just going to hurt it again by walking across the street and go off a curb or something like that. You guys are setting yourselves up, which I don't understand. That stress to the body makes the body stronger. You guys all know this. That's nothing new. That's just basic understanding of both mental stress makes you stronger and physical. The pressure on your body makes the body stronger. So for everybody that's going, no, no, I need less pressure on the body. That way I don't get hurt. You're setting yourself up to be a snowflake because now your body's becoming weaker and weaker and you're getting older. Do you honestly believe as you get older that your body gets stronger? So you're compounding it. You're treating it like a baby and you're getting older. So your body's already going to get weaker. So now just imagine what you're setting yourself up for in 20 years. Well, I'll deal with that in 20 years. And in 20 years, I'll work on it to be better. Doesn't work that way. It's what you do today that sets you up for 20 years. So here's a complete idiot. So why have a T booster for the body? Why don't you just tell them about lifestyle? So this guy's a complete moron. Why not have something that helps naturally boost your testosterone? Why not have something that naturally helps your body recover when you train it? Why not have something that naturally helps your body get better sleep so you can eat more, so you can recover more, so you can get stronger and live longer? That's why. You're a freaking tool. Mm. Bay Area. So some people up here in San Francisco. I am going to be at Mark Bell's this Friday doing a workout and podcast. So Mark Bell has super training gym. So I will be there. So if you guys are up in the Northern Cal area this Friday, make sure to reach out to them so you can come by, get a workout with us, hang out with us. Okay, here's a question I absolutely love. How many pets do you have? I got 3. I got 2 huskies and a timber wolf or a dire wolf. If that's not including Mona, because she's a wolf. So here's a great one. The human body is on a downward spiral. Your cells only split so many times, blah, 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 blah. So I don't think anybody ever argued the point of you're getting older. Mo is a vampire, that you're getting older. And the point of getting older is to manage the decline, to slow it down the very best you possibly can. And that's all I teach you guys is how to slow it down the very best you can so you can enjoy life and a long life as long as you're here and a quality of life that you're here. So that is not even an argument. Everybody knows that. And that's what's funny about most people is most people think that there's a trick to it. There's no trick to it. You just got to put in the work every freaking day to minimize the decline. That's all it is. And how do you do the decline? Well, the first thing you do is you're not in a deficit on a nutrition plan all year. So now you're just breaking yourself down more. You're not doing cardio all year long because then you're just breaking yourself down more. Well, you're not training at 100% all year because you're breaking your body down even more. You're trying to recover. You're trying to sleep right. You're trying to eat right. That's how you maintain the best you can as you're declining with age. And so everybody that's out there going, hey, I just want to maintain, good luck on that. There is no such thing as maintaining. You're getting older every single day. Today is the youngest you will ever be in your life. That's it. Today is the youngest you will ever be in your life. And so what are you doing today to set yourself up for 10 years from now? Most of you aren't going to do anything. Most of you are going to phone it in and go, I'll take care of whatever I'm doing in 10 years in 10 years. No, it doesn't work that way. Whatever you're doing right now sets you up in 10 years. If you're playing that you're not going to be set up in 10 years, cool. I don't care. Your lack of wanting to become something great doesn't interfere with me. So just remember that. You guys, you do your best. Try to be in a surplus of calories all the time. This is actually a good question. I'm going to answer this before I go. This last 2 years was the best I have ever done, probably in the last 15 years. I got to go off season and I forced my body over a period of time. And the period of time would be like every 4 weeks, I would push it more and I'd push it more. So like you guys always know that weightlifting is about try to go up in weights, try to put more stress on the body so your body can get stronger, so your density and the connective tissue can keep going. And if you build muscle, great on top of that. But I did the same thing with nutrition. With nutrition, I kept trying to go, okay, I want to get a little like 250 more calories in. Okay, a month later, another 250. And I was doing so precise this time. I was doing proteins to feed the connective tissue, not just the muscle. I was doing great supplementations for the organs, the connective tissue, the bone density, all these things. I was doing this just really cool, precise stuff. And I was working with Jordan Rubin, who's just a brilliant scientist on nutrition. And we were just really testing so many things on the aspect of calories. What calories? You guys already know duck eggs are 10 times better than regular eggs. You know, red meat is better than chicken. And so we were doing all these things, that the whole egg of the duck egg and the fat from the yolk is so beneficial. So we were doing all these kind of things and really pushing it to see how many calories I can get up to and everything, which was cool because right now I'm 270-ish pounds and I got up to about 311 pounds off season and just felt like an ox. Like I could wrestle a bear again. And it felt great. And I was moving weights, like I was repping behind the neck, not behind the neck, reverse bench 500 like a joke for reps of 3. Um, so it puts my bench right back into that 600 range if I flip it over. So it just felt good. The body felt good. Everything felt great. I think we finished out at 7,800 is where I finished out on the calorie intake. And again, just was amazing. We started eating at 3 in the morning. I'd finished around 9 o'clock, and best sleep I've ever got too. Best sleep because your body sleeps off of that nutrition that you gave during the day. I am 6'3" with a 29-inch waist. What is the benefits of eating tuna on a dry out versus lean turkey or chicken? Tuna is a great diuretic, man. The leanness of it, the way that the tuna, just for me especially, and anybody I've worked with, you feel a difference of flushing the water out of the system with tuna. And it's a very light protein as well, but you're getting a lot of density of the protein in it, so you can still retain the muscle. You can do chicken, you can do lean turkey, you can do any of those things. I prefer tuna though. It's just a different mix when it comes to adding your water back in, having because at this point it's just that little details. It's the littlest thing. Chicken seems to make me retain a little bit of water, hold on to the water, where the tuna just makes everything just go right through. It's a great thing. But again, Lewis, you can try whatever you like. I think tuna is the golden ticket, especially for getting ready for a photo shoot that you want to look superhero like. I can't answer this because I don't know what you mean by who's stuck at 175 and wants to lean bulk to 195. It's just you're bulking. There's I don't know what lean bulk means. Are you if you're off season, you're bulking. If you're getting ready something, um, so by you using the term lean bulk, I'm assuming that you're not much of a surplus kind of guy, and you're just like slowly manipulating the body with maybe 100 calories, if as you continue to get weight. But all you got to do is put in calories. If you're trying to get bigger, put in calories. Watch your body over a period of time. Make sure you're putting on quality muscle. And again, the ratio I think is 3 to 1. So for each 3 pounds of fat, at least try to get 1 pound of muscle as you're bulking up, because it's really easy to get rid of the fat as you slice down, but it's really, really hard. And then it's easy also to try to maintain that muscle as you get rid of it, but it's really hard to build muscle. And so I wouldn't short circuit or come real close to if you're eating 2000 and you go to 2100, there's probably not much of an increase of muscle. So you got to be smart about that. But that's why you do tests. That's why you continuously change the plan every couple of weeks. For you guys that like a non-stim, he's talking about my non-stim pump. So this one's a non-stim, so it doesn't get you for the workout. It keeps you calm, cool, but it gets you enough to get in there and be smart. It doesn't override your system. Compared to this bad boy, which is going to override, I have a lot of people, mostly like my whole crew team. They love to go into the gym just woof, out of their minds. So we got both of those. I'm more of the non-stim. I want to know that I'm still in control of the body and I'm going into the gym. I'm not thinking that far ahead. Someone asked here, what am I doing after the 30-day blitz? Obviously, do a dry out after the 30-day blitz, but beyond that, no game plan. I'm staying focused on this. You guys know if you've done the 30-day blitz, you don't think about anything else except getting through the 30-day blitz. Oh, I like this one. So this guy says that Mona can be on steroids and have a child. So this is now we understand the level of idiocy. This guy is a complete tool, has no comprehension of life, and thinks that a woman can actually be on steroids and have a child. So that's how dumb this guy is. On top of it, he thinks that you now are saying, this guy's saying you can do steroids for 45 years with not only no side effects, where other guys I've competed against have side effects and have died and they're not here anymore. And this guy's saying actually you can do it with no problem and it's fine. So this is the kind of stuff that I hope you guys are not listening to, or you have enough common sense that an idiot like this that goes, Mona can be on steroids and do this. Is that where he's going now? That's a different level of a human right here. That boy still lives at home with his mom and dad, and he's probably 40 years old. Which one? We got Divinity, we got Magazine Dreams. All these are on IMDb, but all the movies are on IMDb. You can just go over there and check out any of the movies I've done over these last 2 years. All right, I'm gonna get to eating. I got to get going on cardio. Anybody that's on the 30-day blitz, I give you props, my men and women. Keep crushing it. Have a great day today. I love that. Look at that. So this guy was doing 5'10" in a senior in high school, which is more than I did in high school. And he still does 400 now at 47. So, man, that's big props. Congratulations, dude. That is a beast live. The only guy I know that ever did 500 in high school is Andy Bernowski. This is an easy one. What is your most impressive lift? My most impressive lift is every lift I do today, and that I'm still doing it today. And I started this when I was 9 and competing by the time I was 14. So you guys will understand that in time. What you guys don't understand is you're just watching something going, okay, he can lift. What you don't understand is everybody I lifted with in the 70s doesn't lift anymore. The majority of the guys I lifted with in the 80s doesn't lift anymore. The guys in the 90s and 2000s, most of them don't lift anymore. So it's just that I'm still here, still doing this, and at the level I'm doing it at. So that most impressive thing is that I'm still doing it and still here and at this level. So that's the most impressive thing for me. Let's see. Minimize time required to go from 200% to 220. I don't know. Hello, I'm 19. Which is best protein? Protein is the best protein. I would not recommend anything. Don't baby your body in that sense. If you're going to do anything like that, do it for a short period of time and get off them. Reason why is it's you're actually trying to support your digestive system, which it's like, let's go with eyesight. When your eyes start getting weaker and they're not as strong, everybody goes to glasses. Is that correct? It is correct. And then your eyes weaken even faster. So try to understand that anything that you're going to support the system with may weaken it on some aspects, and digestion is one of those that you're going to weaken your ability to digest with the support of those enzymes. All right. Most of the questions you guys are asking now is thank you, my friend. Uh, Worst injury inside or outside of the gym? I think the worst injury I have is how I think it's a mental injury or understanding of how weak people have got. And the unfortunate, there's great things about social media and there's bad things about social media. What's great about my pages is that we eliminate the complainers, the guys that want the excuses, the guys that want to cop out. And so my team blocks. And so we really try to keep it that feed of above average, and not saying above average is great. I'm just saying the average Joe, I want to keep off the page. The guys that look for the excuses, the guys that cry, the guys that don't work for anything. We try to keep them off the page. And so it's a mental injury of having to hear over and over again the most basic stuff that we've said 100 times that they keep looking back at going, oh, you mean it is really about nutrition? Yeah, that's what I've said for 40 years. Oh, you mean it is about consistency? Yeah, it really is about that. So it's guys like this that's calling me right now that you guys cannot comprehend because you guys keep going back to, well, the average Joe. I don't want to know any average Joes. Zero. I want the elite. I don't want to be around average. Average is go to work, go home, sit on the couch. Not a fan of you guys. And I'll say it. I got guys like this that wakes up well before me, doesn't let me get a day off because he calls my ass out and says, you ain't that good. And I like hearing that. My man, talk to me.
You look good.
Not good enough.
Gotta keep telling